Play my darn theme music.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Whether it be your first time, your last time, thank you for being here this time with me. I am your host. I'm AP. This is Time Outs and Tangents. Thank you so much for being here this evening with all of us here. To all of y'all who are in the chat right now, y'all are awesome. Y'all are awesome. Thank y'all so much for being here in the chat, getting things rolling. My guy Stephen Young, Bavin is in here already. We are rolling. And my girl Alex, thank y'all so much for being in here. I was trying to if you look at some of the earlier versions of this of the chat, if you're just joining us in here, I was looking at the draft because the NBA draft is taking place right now, and New Orleans does have a basketball team. They're called the Pelicans. And I don't know if y'all are aware of this, but the Pelicans are pretty bad. And I support my hometown team. I don't have that much of an expectation for the Pelicans. I don't. I even once was a season ticket holder. I don't mind going to games when they're fun to be a part of, even in the losing efforts. As long as there's something to watch, I'm here for it, right? I'm all in. I want to support. I want the 504. I want the boot to be thriving in everything that we do. The Pelicans are the only NBA team on the Gulf Coast. So we got to hold it down. But unfortunately, this organization does not know how to manage a team properly. Because what are we doing? It's been rumored that the Pels have been trying to trade Trey Murphy and Herb Jones and that they were trying to get into the top 10 of the draft. Well, picks 1 through 11 have rolled by and they haven't done anything. It's pretty bad. But I'm not going to let the Pelicans get my vibe down. No. They're trying to steal my joy. I'm not going to do it because I got faith right now. My vibes are high. You hear the sound in the background. It's the theme song. It's my intro. It's my favorite song that the LSU band plays. Oh, you don't believe me that's the LSU band? Yeah, it's the LSU band. Why do I love when the band plays this song? They're right above it. They're right above everything. All of the distractions, all the noise, all the negativity, all the hate, all of what every other college university wants to be. You're already there. LSU's already there. Ole Miss, as much as they cry, they want to be LSU so bad. Texas A&M, as much as they try to track how many days it's been since LSU has beat something and something, they want to be LSU. Texas A&M hasn't been relevant since the Civil Rights Act was enacted. Texas A&M hasn't been relevant since my people got the right to vote. They want to be us. You are running with the Bamas. Georgia is just starting to get on your level. Don't fall for it and make it seem as if though Georgia's been a step above you. No. Georgia lived under your thumbprint. They would make it to the SEC championship and would see those three letters on the helmet and instantly knew that their season was going to come to an end, and they would hope to get into a New Year's Six bowl because it was over for them. We're right above it. It doesn't matter what's going on with recruiting, doesn't matter how bad our teams may have been. We can always have a bad year, but we never have a bad 5 years. We never have a bad decade. We never have a bad stretch of history. And even in our down seasons, we still have high moments. LSU went 7-6 this year and still produced a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. LSU's baseball team didn't make it to Omaha, couldn't even win 10 games in the SEC, and yet we're still going to have a first-round draft pick. LSU's men's team was absolutely horrible, so we went and sniped one of the best coaches on the coast of the Atlantic. So, yeah, we had a down couple of months, but look at where we are now. The vibes are absolutely high. We are right above it, and that's why it is my intro. It's my theme song, because every time I hear it, no matter what the situation may have been, those quotes gets you right back there. Remind you of no matter where you are, you're not them. They're chasing after you. And don't y'all ever forget that. No matter what. No matter what, don't you ever forget that. And there are a lot of great things going on right now. The 5-for-5 rule just dropped today. Loving that. I know that there's going to be some angst around Jake Brown. Does he come back? I don't know, but he can. It's an opportunity. He most certainly can come back. He won't lose his leverage. Milam now has 2 years to play. Look at that. What does that mean for the rest of college athletics? Basketball team might take a little bit of a hit, but that's okay. We'll live. We'll thrive. Will Wade will still be Will Wade. We're going to push forward because we're right above it. But getting to the big news of the evening, if you guys have not heard or have not tapped in, LSU's pulling off some things. My guy Brian in the chat is alluding to as much right here when he says, I'm hearing LSU is about to pull off massive flips. Also hearing Lane is really close to convincing Royal to come here. Well, yeah. Isn't that his job? Isn't that his selling point? LSU absolutely has to drop their proverbial nuts on the table and keep Easton Royal at home. And if you haven't seen or heard it yet, if you have not seen or heard it yet, my guys over at TigerBait.com did something absolutely phenomenal. They dropped an article today. Well, not necessarily an article, but a good write-up. They dropped an article or write-up today on their site discussing some behind-the-scenes conversations with sources around the recruitment surrounding Easton Royal. And there's some massive pieces of information inside of there. Now, I'm not going to share everything because those guys deserve to get their money. They're doing some very hard-nosed work, and sometimes people don't really respect them, but they are, when they get it right, they get it right. And They're they're getting some things right now. I know what I know. I'm not what I know is different from what they know. Not meaning that we're off, but they're on to something. They're on to a lot. And when I tell you that the pursuit for Royal, the dynamics has changed. What I was trying to get to, and I did not get to it yesterday enough. When you look at Easton Royal and the photos he shared at Texas, you could see his vibe. You can see his vibe in those photos. Don't ask me. You be the judge of it for yourself. You be the judge of it. You think I'm playing? I'm going to show y'all something. I want y'all to see this. Look at this picture. You see that smile? You see it. I went through his photos from Texas. I don't see one picture of him smiling like that. On Twitter, this is what he shared on Twitter from Texas. It's two pictures. I'm going to show them both to you. That's one in the track uniform. Do you see that? Do you see that smile? Do you see that smile? I don't see that smile. Do you see that smile? Here's the other one. This is the profile picture that he has up now. I think on just about all of his social media pages. And once again, do you see that smile? I don't see that smile. My guy Fonz is in the chat. What's up, Fonz? What's up, man? What's going on? How you doing? Fonz says, getting pretty damn anxious. Got a surgery tomorrow around 12-ish. I'm having to go under for it. I hate doctors and other stuff like that. Well, look, Fonz, definitely going to be praying for you, man. We definitely got your support over here. Definitely going to be looking out for you with that. Unc says it right there in the chat. Good luck, Fonz. Sure, you'll come out good as new. Absolutely. You can't keep the Fonz down. That's for sure. My guy Uncle is in the chat. Uncle Randy. Uncle Randy got to get that fresh dye for the purple hair for September 5th. We are just 10 Saturdays away, y'all. 10 Saturdays away. So when you're looking at Easton and you're seeing the photos that came out, it's not sharing that. When you look at what happened on his recruitment during LSU, it was pictures all over the place. A recruitment video came out of nowhere, right? What more do we need to see? What more does Easton need to see? The vibe was not high. It wasn't exciting. It was Texas. It was Texas. So what does that mean for LSU? Let's put it to you like this. If you are a recruit and you have to come out and say, yeah, my commitment is firm, but we still have conversations that need to be had. It's not that firm. Newsflash. Florida is still going to Florida. Do I think Florida can pull Easton Royal from Louisiana? No. I'm going to put it to you like this. And this is going to be a wild and crazy take. I truly think that if Easton Royal would have come across John Summerall being the head coach at LSU, he probably would have flipped his commitment already. Y'all have to understand, he has had a great relationship with Coach Summerall since he's been at Tulane. Tulane was one of his very first offers. It may seem like Easton's been this prodigy of a wide receiver his entire time throughout the 2027 rankings, but he hasn't been. People are really just starting to recognize the talent that he is. And it's why I'm saying he's the best athlete in this class, because the rest of the nation has not caught up to him yet. Coach Summerall was ahead of the curve. He took his time and truly established the relationship with Easton. Now, what is separating LSU from Florida? Well, LSU is at home. LSU also has Lane Kiffin. Lane Kiffin also has a dynamic offense, one of the most dynamic offenses across the country. That is major. It keeps him closer to home, able to be more comfortable with his family in place, able to be able to travel back and forth and have mom be involved in everything around him without having to uproot and start over. And then, of course, it's LSU. We don't need to go find a random receiver from another school to come talk to our players to try to recruit them. I'm not going to get on that tangent again like I did last night. If you missed it, please go watch yesterday's show. But we have to understand that this recruitment has to start and stop in the 225 area code. You cannot give any signs in your first recruiting class as the head coach of LSU that there may be a crack down I-10 where you could potentially slip in. And while they took advantage of a loophole, given that there was a transition period and that there was a time where the Ole Miss running back coach was leading the recruitment for the 2026 class and not really putting an effort for the 2027 class because he wasn't going to be a part of the picture here at LSU. So they took the opportunity to start slacking up on the recruiting for the future prospects. Bet. You took advantage of that. And even in the midst of all of that, you still are closing the gap. I love how Lane Kiffin and his staff are building this recruiting class out. They are literally going after players who are going to make an impact and filling it with guys that will develop down the line. It's balanced. It's a NFL approach to a collegiate problem, plain and simple. Stephen Young says Sark screwed up by bringing in wide receiver 3 from Bama to rep Texas. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? It's so insane. Alex says, praying for you, Fonz. No surgery will be successful. Hey, Unc. Hey, Alex, what's good? Alex says, I feel like if Easton chooses Texas, then that's a personal choice because LSU did everything and rolled out the red carpet. If Easton chooses Texas, then it's a business decision. And I'm going to tell you right now, this isn't just about money. If it was about money, Texas would be able to shut the door. It's deeper than money. This kid, this 16-year-old kid, and we have to remind ourselves that at the age of 16, you are literally just figuring out who you are as a person, what you value, who you can trust. Whatever family dynamic issues you may have had, you're still literally dealing with those scars. I know this personally because of how other things I dealt with at 16 and had to overcome. I also know it as a father watching my son come out of his own depths of depression that he fought at 16. I can only imagine what this kid is feeling right now with the pressure of the entire state watching over everything he tweets, shares, likes, comments, talks about, wondering if he's going to stay home, not feeling peer pressured into making a decision that he himself isn't 100% behind. That's tough. At 16, not to add into it the money involved. The people around you say, bro, Austin's a better city. It's cleaner. Get away. Business opportunities. You could take this money and flip this here. Nah, bro, stay home. Don't pay those Texas taxes. You know, you could build out businesses here for your family. We don't have to travel. You're saving money with X, Y, and Z. All of that at 16 years old. And then you still got class to deal with. At what point can you just play ball? And look, I can tell you right now, being real, I know I'm part of the problem and the solution. How am I part of the problem? Because I'm one that's shining a light towards it. How am I part of the solution? Because I'm one that can speak to both sides. I'm not just going to give us just the LSU. We want Easton Royal to stay home. I want everybody to understand this thing full circle. This shit is heavy. He's under some pressure. He's got to sort this thing out. He's got to think it through. And it's why I understand if this thing takes longer than just a month. If it plays out through December into February, he truly doesn't make a decision until he has to put pen to paper. You know what Easton Royal truly wants to do right now, too? He does want to win football games. He wants to still be a senior in high school. He wanted to take all those visits because it was a once in a lifetime opportunity. But he kept it real. He didn't waste anybody's time. He could have went to Ole Miss. He could have went to Tennessee. But he also knew that it would have been a waste of time for him to go to both of those places because why? I'm not going there, no matter what. And as close as LSU may have reportedly been to getting that visit canceled, he was an adult enough at 16 years old to still go there and really see what it was about since you gave them your word. And I respect that as a father. Because one thing I try to teach my son is all you have in this word are your balls in your word. When you tell somebody you're gonna do something, don't flake. You do it. You do it and you see it through. And then you do it with a smile on your face because you told that person that they could depend on you. So I respect them for going out there. Now, selfishly, did I want him to? Hell no. I'm telling you right now, when those rumors were flying around, I was prepared to take my Letterman jacket to get a photo of Bevo, go stand in front of my school at 4401 Elysian Fields Avenue and just pour out some root beer on top. Because I don't drink, especially drive. I don't drink and drive no more, y'all. I don't. I got a bottle of Blanton sitting on my shelf right now. I've never opened. Just personal choice. Smoke cigars. But I don't drink like talk about it. But I'd have poured out a root beer right on top of that picture of Bevo, and I would have live streamed the entire thing. My alma mater probably would have hated me for doing that, for dragging them into some mess. But I wanted to troll them so bad. I wanted to troll Texas so bad. I want to troll those Longhorn fans so bad. But even more than that, I want to troll Florida fans too. So of course, I want to shut them up. Yes, yes. But hopefully, when it comes time for him to truly make a decision about where he's going to invest the next 3 years of his athletic future, he thinks about which place is going to truly leave him with a pedigree behind them. Not just a pedigree, but a legacy behind him. And like I've said many times before, and many times again, you can come to LSU and be special. You will never be forgotten. It doesn't matter how many special wide receivers we have had, each of them are celebrated. You could go to Texas and just be another guy. It hits different because it is just different. LSU is special and will be special. And shout out to Braylon Calais, who, under his Instagram post of Easton Royal sharing the flip of Gary Burney Jr. to LSU, he commented a picture of all the recruits from his OV with Gary Burney Jr., Peyton Houston, and Ma Hudson, all of them sitting around the throne holding trophies. And he said, "It's on you, bro. You either eat or you starve." And that's as real as it can get. Because at LSU, these wide receivers going to eat. These wide receivers are going to eat. Make a choice. Make a choice that's going to truly, truly be different. My guy Pearsley showing up 30 minutes late to the chat. Love you, my guy. Always hard working. Would you miss some big breaking news over at TigerBait.com? My guys over there are doing some phenomenal, fantastic reporting on what's happening with Easton Royal and the decision that's looming and how LSU has shifted things around for Easton and his recruitment. And there's a shift among the top 3 schools. Telling y'all, go read that write up by Grant Chacheray. Go follow the guys over at TigerBait, Preston Guy, Mike Scarborough, CJ, Grant Chacheray are doing some amazing work, along with Zach Nagy and 247 and Blake Ruffino of AYS. Everybody's hitting the ground running with this, but the news that Grant Chacheray and CJ and Mike Scarborough and Preston Guy just wrote up, brother, that is earth shattering. My guy Hamp, what's up, man? Pelicans are not doing anything apparently tonight. If you want to talk basketball, let me just go check Jake Madison. Let's see. Nope. Yeah, Pelicans still haven't done anything. Anyway, before we ruin the entire vibe of the night, let's get to a couple more of these things in the chat. These comments in the chat. My guy Jerry 305. I see you, baby. See you, boy. Original boot boy. You know it. 504. All the way. 504. Tatted on my arm. That's where I'm from. 89 miles between New Orleans and Baton Rouge. Yes, it's not even close. Best athlete in the class, and it's not even close. Not even close to being in the same state. It's not. Like, imagine Texas and Louisiana. You gonna eat barbecue all day? We got barbecue too. But you ain't got no gumbo. You ain't got no boiled seafood. Can't get no boudin balls. Can't get no real red beans and rice. You can't get no etouffee. What are we talking about? Pralines? You ain't getting none of that. You're not getting none of that. All that's dead. You're just gonna eat some barbecue. Just go to McDonald's. Unk says it's about legacy and developing a skill set to become a superstar at the next level. Where the big bag is. Exactly. I think this needs to be said too. NIL is in a place right now where it's kind of weird. Top level players are going to get paid. But what they have to understand too is that don't make this be your last bag. This should be the start of something. Not the means to being the end. And there's one place that's going to consistently get you developed and put you in position to be as successful as possible, especially at that position. Of all the positions that LSU produces, wide receiver and DB, there's nothing like it. And if you're fighting and not understanding that this is your first bag, you are tripping over yourself. Somebody's not teaching you right. Fonse is tucking a little man in bed. Unk says nobody understands the Easter Royal recruitment decision better than AP. He is right there. Look, I'm not gonna say I understand it better. I'm just giving y'all perspectives from things that I have been around and been through. As my daughter walks in with her ULL shirt, you can show it. My baby girl's transferring back home. Thank God we don't have to drive to Alcorn no more. Jesus, praise the Lord. I ain't gotta go in the boonies no more, y'all. But that's what, like, those types of things, especially when it comes to a kid. Like, my daughter just graduated, spent her first year in college. Like, I'm close to it. My son is a senior right now. He's in the same class as Easton. Like, I'm literally living through it as a father. So, like, just from that personal experience in coaching football as well on the high school level, talking to these kids every day, we forget that they're still kids. They're still kids. Carl says that he wants to be a teenager. Yes. Yes, he wants to be a teenager. He wants to be a teenager. Hamp, what's going on? Yeah, read the TigerBait news was pretty crazy. Yep, it is. Peely AP is in his bag tonight as usual. Gonna have to run this one back. Piersley says, I'm not certain there's a player the Pels could get that are worth giving up Trey and Herb. Let me address this real quick. I'm not gonna give the Pels too much of my time because I don't want to kill my vibe. This is where I'm at with the Pelicans. Blow it all up. This team won 26 games. I don't want to see none of them at this point. Like, what's running it back going to do? Get us to 37 wins? Congratulations. You're not even a 10th seed. You finished 11 games behind the 10th seed last year. I don't want no part of that. Like, I think Trey Murphy III is a fantastic player. I think Herb Jones is a solid role player. Great 3 and D guy. You develop them. Turn them into assets because you don't have any. Let it go. Get rid of Zion too while we're at it. Just blow it all up. Give me something fresh and exciting. Look at what granted, I hate the way that they play, but look at what OKC was able to do. They went all in on a youth movement, and now they're a contender year in and year out. Give me something to look forward to. Let me grow with these players and love them as they're learning to win over time. We have been doing the same song and dance with this team for years. Let's try to win now. We're just a piece away. You're not a piece away because you're not a franchise that's going to attract the piece at any point. So develop the piece. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Get rid of them. Pearson says, "What's good? What's good, Unc? Welcome, P. Lee. It's all good in the hood, P. Lee. I love it. Texas don't have that NOLA barbecue shrimp. That's what I'm talking about. Forgive me for not even mentioning barbecue shrimp from Deanie's. I might go to Deanie's for lunch tomorrow. I can't go for lunch tomorrow. We got 7 on 7s. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Oh man. Where can I might go to Deanie's on Thursday. Me and my wife might meet up and do some Deanie's on Thursday for some barbecue shrimp. Crawfish probably from old probably all teeny tiny and got smashed up claws. Stephen Young says crawfish is from China and Texas. Yeah, they got that China crawfish. They ain't got that Bayou crawfish. Texas ain't got no boudin. Shout out to Alcorn though. Go Braves, yes indeed. What is the TigerBait news? So TigerBait news, and I'm not going to spill it because these guys deserve to earn their money, but I will give you this bit of information. There's a shakeup in the Easton Royal recruitment. Is it a major decommitment? Is it something that is going to break the news wire anytime soon? No. Easton is still going to make a decision on where he's going, but the order of teams have shifted. LSU and Lane Kiffin are definitely positioning themselves now as a team to beat. What's happening with the other two teams? Don't know. Is Easton still committed to Texas? Yes. Will he remain committed to Texas until he signs? Don't know. But there are a lot of things going on, and you got to check out that write-up that Grant Shashere did, that pressing guy Mike Scarborough and CJ are promoting right now, because it's a lot of information. It's a lot of good information. There are a lot of things taking place behind the scenes when it comes to this recruitment right now, man. Really are. And the Pelicans are still not doing anything. So there's that. Look, official visit season is done. It's in the books. The dead period is full on in swing. It's important that LSU is able to make the impressions that they did on the players that they did. And like I mentioned earlier, the way that they're structuring this class has an NFL mindset to it. There are things there are positions that you have to have when you're building out your roster. The first, you got to have a passer. You got to have a passer. Second, you got to protect the passer. Third, you got to affect the passer. Fourth, you have to assist the passer. And fifth, you have to defend the passer. The passer being the quarterback, protecting the passer being the offensive lineman, affecting the passer being an edge rusher, somebody who's going to get the passer off his spot, assisting the passer as a receiver, and fifth, affecting defending the passer are DBs. How is LSU doing in those areas? You have the passer in Pop Houston. You're protecting the passer with the recruits that you've already got committed and the ones that you're in on right now. You are affecting the passer because they brought in 4 of the top edge rushers in the country. You've got 2 of them committed, working on a third. That's major. You've got to assist the passer. You brought in 4 wide receivers already, and you're still working on 2 of the best in the nation. One that is the best player in the nation, period. I know Jalen Brewster is the best player in the nation, but I'm telling you, Easton is the best athlete, hands down. Like, hands down. He's 16. Like, best athlete in the country. And then you got to defend the passer. Corey Raymond has locked up Marquez Davis, and he is in on several other DBs, one of which going to be making their announcement very soon, in Brandon Sherrard. So they're structuring this roster just how NFL teams are doing it. And then they're balancing out the NIL in a smart way. You're paying the players that are top elite players that are going to participate and have an impact immediately. Immediately. This is why the news of Albert Simeon is shocking to me. I feel like we're being used. Don't throw LSU's name around. I'm saying we. I feel like LSU is being used because don't throw LSU's name around just to up the money. I think that there is a little bit of a play there because he is so close with his family, but this is not an LSU battle. This is going to come down to Notre Dame and Texas A&M. And it's come out that he doesn't want to. It's hard for him to leave home. Then, brother, don't leave home. Nobody's making you go anywhere. You're making the choice. And if the value is based off of they're giving me more money to leave the state, then chase your bag if that's what you want to do. But it makes no sense to take a true freshman offensive lineman who's not going to see the field at all and dump a pile of money in his lap. I'm not trying to deal with another Lance Hurd situation. Not trying to do that. That doesn't make sense. That money doesn't make good money. That's a poor investment. He comes here, he sits because you have depth on your offensive line. Let's say he comes here as a freshman and he battles for a backup spot and he doesn't like it. Excuse me? That's what we're doing? And then he leaves. That's not money well spent at all. You wasted the resources on recruiting him. You wasted the resources in investing in getting him in here. You wasted the resources in training and developing him, all for him to go be all second team SEC offensive lineman at A&M eventually anyway. Like, that doesn't make sense at all. My guy William in the chat, what's going on, man? William asks, how do you feel about the depth of the secondary? Has me afraid. There are 2 position groups I am absolutely afraid of. Secondary and defensive line. Those are so the secondary is probably our strongest group. You have the most veteran experience at an elite level. But the fall off in that experience and talent is cataclysmic. You cannot sustain multiple injuries in that group. The defensive line group has a lot of promise. We've seen LSU try to rely on promise from true freshman players and they're not truly paying out. Not to mention, if these true freshman players don't even really have an impact and then they get hurt on top of it, then what happens? This is scary because honestly, with the talent that you have on this roster, especially in those position groups, your edge room is probably the best edge room in the SEC. It's going to be hard to top that edge group. And if the promise of these interior defensive linemen do start coming together, if they're able to make some type of noise, then maybe, just maybe, you have one of the top 5 defenses in the conference. I mean, you finished top 20 in the you finished a top 27, top 30 defense in the nation last year. The expectation is to grow on that, is to expand on that, is to make that better. You have the young talent to do it, but will it happen? And like Stephen Young says in the chat, McKinley can at least be serviceable. I hope so. But the fact that we had these true freshmen coming in and taking one reps so much from an incumbent starter, a 2-year player, like Don McKinley was giving us significant playing time as a true freshman. And then you have these 2 kids, and don't get me wrong, they are elite. They are special. But so much volume of those reps they took from him has me concerned. So he's got to turn it up in fall camp. And hopefully spring woke him up because we're going to need him. We are going to need him to step up. We have to have that. Absolutely have to have that. David says, just finally heading home after Texas work and straight to dinner after. Ugh. I'm sorry, buddy. I hope you get some rest, man. William says, I think they have some sleepers on the depth chart. Well, they need to wake up. I think they do too. Look, I'm gonna put it to you like this. If Aiden Anding doesn't get hurt, I feel a lot more confident about this. But the fall off behind PJ Woodland and Jakeem Jackson is pretty steep. And William says it here, Levante Williams. I like Levante Williams. I said I liked him when we got him. But when I tell you, when I tell you there's a difference. There's a difference between playing at that level than coming to the SEC. Like, we're not talking about playing at Mississippi State. We're not talking about him playing at Nevada. We're not talking about him playing at Minnesota. We're talking about playing JUCO. Like, you better dominate JUCO. And once again, if Aiden Anding doesn't blow his Achilles, is he even coming on this roster? That was an emergency signing. No, Stephen, I know I meant exactly what I meant. Pickett is in a class of his own. I'm not even talking about him. I'm talking about the guys underneath DJ Pickett. PJ Woodland and Jakeem. If PJ Woodland goes down, I'm okay with Jakeem Jackson being there. If DJ Pickett goes down, I'm scared about the whole thing. Because, like I said, there's a fall off behind Jakeem Jackson and PJ Woodland. There's a fall off. Woodland goes down, you're okay because Pickett is still on the other side. If Pickett goes down, PJ Woodland and Jakeem Jackson become your 2 primary cornerbacks. Who's backing them up? who's backing them up? Like, that's a scary time. We got to flesh out this depth. We have to. David asks, did you say anything about what we talked about this morning yet? Nope, have not said a word, Dave. Thank you. Keeping that on the hush hush for right now. Just know that announcements are coming soon. Babin asks, how much confidence do we have in the offensive line this year? Heard some good things in spring, but it's hard to predict. Let me put it to you like this. 2019, you had the best offensive line in the country. You won the Joe Moore Award, right? James Craig was your offensive line coach. James Craig is now back at LSU. No, David, I did not call you back. I'm sorry. Now you know how I feel. Welcome. Welcome, David. I still love you. You're my brother. Welcome to those feelings. James Craig is back, but now he's back with Eric Wolford. Do you want to know when James Craig was fired from LSU? James Craig was fired from LSU in 2021. You know who replaced James Craig? Brad Davis. Your offensive line has not been good since Brad Davis has been on campus. You know what Brad Davis is doing right now? Not coaching offensive lines. So am I confident in the offensive line? Yes, because I'm confident in the coaching. Eric Wolford and James Craig are two of the best offensive line coaches in the country. Eric Wolford coached under Nick Saban. James Craig produced one of the best offensive lines we've ever seen. Not to mention, you have an offensive coordinator who knows how to call an offense, who knows how to put them in positions to be successful. That plays a lot into it. And I know Piercy said it here, Deuce made Moore look silly. Yeah, that's because Deuce is that good. This iron sharpens iron. You've got an NFL player playing at center. Braylon Moore is going to get drafted at some point. Don't know how late. Don't know what, but he's going to play in the NFL. He is a very talented center. And the fact that we were able to get him to come back was huge. He's going to be looking to elevate his draft stock. Deuce Gerald's absolutely dominated him in one-on-ones. Richard Anderson was running roughshod over every guard that they put in front of him. But these are one-on-ones that we're talking about. It's slated towards the defensive linemen. Defensive linemen barely get one-on-one pass rushes. You know who get one-on-ones? Tackles. Jordan Seaton is a wall on the left side against Prince Umaga. Prince Umaga is the best edge rusher in the SEC. He's not going to see anybody like that. And then on the opposite side, Weston Davis, who we saw was riding skates last year, was improved enough to where James Craig and Eric Wolford is letting him remain as a starting right tackle. Going up against Jordan Ross, who was making plays this spring. So yes, I'm confident in this offensive line because I'm confident in the coaches. And then you have some solid depth behind them too. So I'm good. David says, touche. I know it's generally better all around, but the spring injuries are what make the subtractions of the spring portal window so tough. Yes, it does. 318 all day, Bastrop, Louisiana. But I live in Omaha. All right. Council Bluff, Iowa World Series is trash this year. You know, when LSU comes, it be jumping. I know, Jerry. Man, representing from Omaha, man. Look, thank you for being in the chat tonight. Omaha repping at 31831. Great. I hear you, baby. Thank you. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button on the chat, on the channel. Make sure you pop in with us from time to time, too, man. Absolutely love it. No, look, this is why my stance on this calendar is this. If you want to go to having one portal window, move it all to the spring. No transferring until now. Like, well, not now, but May. May. No transferring until May. Just open it up right before finals start. Get everybody out and then close it up at the beginning of June. Finish it up right around now where the World Series finishes. And then get everybody moved in on campus and everything, and then start fall camp. Let it roll. Let it roll from there. I'm not one for doing spring training. Like, do mini camps. Do some freshmen that can enroll early. Do some early spring lifting and working out with them. Voluntary off-season workouts start now anyway. Like, start in June anyway. Start that stuff then. And look, I get it. Oh, well, these teams got to come together. They got to play. Well, they're not playing games anyway. Let it go. Let it go. David said, bro, there were so many empty seats last night. It was sad. LSU carries Omaha. It just is what it is. LSU carries Omaha. I don't care. I said it. Talk to your mom about it. Speaking of Omaha and LSU, the 5-for-5 rule. Does that mean Jake Brown is coming back? I don't know, but I love to think that. I definitely do love to think that. I really do. I love to think that Jake Brown now has a chance to legitimately come back, and that gets me excited. Could you imagine if Jake Brown came back to this LSU roster? I'm just saying that would be nice. I'd rather have him than to not have him. So 7, if you want one more ride, brother, we'd love to have you back. You know, you, Milam, Bino Waters, K. Curlin. Just saying, you're not going to lose any leverage at all anymore. You could work your way back from injury and potentially make yourself a first-round pick. Finish off things. You don't want to leave LSU like this. You don't want to leave LSU like not having played in. Do you really want that? You don't want that. You don't want that. You don't want that. You want to come back for one more run, right? You can make one more run. Make one more run. If you come back, Jake, I'll meet you in Omaha. How about that? Huh? Like, come on. Look, even Steven is saying in the chat, I'd buy my Omaha tickets as soon as he announces his return. Babin's right there. If Jake Brown comes back, just buy the Omaha tickets already. I'm telling you, like, we will be waiting for you on the tarmac when the team plane lands. I think that's a fair trade. But this 5-for-5 rule is one of the best things to happen in college athletics this year. It needed to happen. I'm tired of the super seniors. I'm tired of all the 26-year-old players. Like, grow up, go get a job, sell insurance, flip a burger. I don't care what you do, but stop playing. Like, this is let the kids play the game. Let the kids play the game. Like, go try an amateur league somewhere. Go do something else. Ham says, I'll name my son Jake Brown. Like, we're offering it all up for you, my man. Alan Graves just went to Toronto, and the Pelicans still did nothing. It's super odd. Curiel coming back. 2 years of leverage should lose him money. Wait, what? Curiel coming back. I don't know what you mean by that, Pearsley. Like, are you trying to break news? Derek Curiel's not coming back. It would make no sense for him to come back. He's a top 15 pick. Might negatively impact men's basketball is the only bad thing about 5 for 5. Oh, okay, yeah, isn't coming back. Yeah, yeah, yes. Super Odd Curiel isn't coming back. Yes, 2 years of leverage should, in that context, yes, 2 years of leverage should lose him money. Yes, I get you. Like, you should be forced to go spend another year. No, go do one. Yes, Derek, come do one more year with Jake Brown. You're punished. You're punished from the MLB. Come do one more year. Come do one more year. And no, Babin's right. It might negatively impact men's basketball is the only bad thing for 5 for 5. So, yeah, that is the negative side effect of it is this men's roster is built around adults, around grown men. But I don't care. If there's one coach who can roll with the punches, it's Will Wade. You got the general. You think he's not gonna pull an audible and make something happen? Michigan's coach just left to go to Dallas. Their roster's about to get raided. Like, let's have fun. Let's have fun. Let's have fun. Carla Cat says Pelicans no first round pick. Bro, chef's kiss. They are the smartest organization in New Orleans, man. Everything is fine being a Pelicans fan. We're gonna lose forever. I just want a competent NBA team, man. Like, I just want a competent NBA team. Can't wait for September 11th. Going to be electric. Driving down early from Mississippi to get to college game day. Let's go, Hamp. Hamp is going to be in town for Clemson. Being on campus for game day is going to be absolutely elite. Bring all the recruits to see that atmosphere. That's the same thing I said, too. That is the difference maker. That is the difference maker. I said it last night. I've said it many times before, and I'm going to say it again. You want to get Easton Royal, you have the best opportunity to do so because guess what? He lives in Louisiana. You know what he can't do in Texas? He can't drive over to Austin for a Saturday night game. Got to fly there. Pain. It's a hassle. They got to fly back to be back in school on Monday. You got to worry about that in Baton Rouge. Get them all there. Get Easton there for college game day. Give him that in-game experience on an UV, on an unofficial visit. Roll it out. Roll it out. Because if they had a roof on Tiger Stadium, the electricity would blow the roof off. That's why it has to remain open. It's crazy. Crazy. Carl Cat says, haven't been since they were the Hornets. Yes, it's absolutely terrible. Alex says, my dad and family will be in Baton Rouge on September 5th. Can't wait. So glad family lives in BR because those hotel prices will be sky high. Absolutely. I am not getting any hotel rooms. I'm not even coming on campus because I'm going to be doing a pre and post game for y'all. So please, wherever you're going to be, make sure you have service. That's going to be my goal for y'all. Make sure y'all have service and your phone to charge because I want to get those firsthand interactions with y'all on what the vibes are going to be like. Because look, as excited as I am to do these pre and post game shows, I am sad that I'm not going to be able to go to campus like as much as I used to anymore. Like, I got to come here and do this. Got to do the content. I'm not mad about that at all. But those in-game experiences, man, oh, it's so electric. So electric. Babin says, I used to care about the Pels. I just forgot when that was. Oh, my God. That's so sad to say. Thanks, Babin. That hurt my heart. Ham says, real stuff, Alex. Got grandparents that live an hour away. No hotel prices for me. Exactly. That's the benefit of living in New Orleans. Alex says, your pre and post game is going to be fire. Going to hit the pregame at our tailgate site for sure. Going to be a lot of information, a lot of stats. I just did an article that's going to come out tomorrow on Canal Street Chronicles. breaking down how bad the Saints offensive line was just using with one stat, blown blocks. It's crazy how many blown blocks the Saints had last season. It's absolutely mind blowing. But I can't wait to get those stats and information. Like I said, we're going to start breaking down some Sam Levitt stuff here Thursday. No show tonight. Go Deep Dive will be on potentially tomorrow night, and they will be holding it down for us. I will be here Thursday and Friday though, to tap in with everybody. They fixed the tower, so cell service should be better. That's one of the best improvements that they've made around campus. Honestly, really is. So yep. Go Deep Dive will be on tomorrow. So please make sure that y'all are tapping in with my boys, David and Zach. Oh, yeah. Something major happened. Something major happened. Got to announce this. We broke 500 subs on YouTube. Thank y'all so much for doing that. 500 subs on the tube. Thank y'all so much, man. Y'all are definitely on. Man, y'all have been nothing short of amazing. I can't believe 500 already before July. Now we march on to 1K. That's what we're gonna do. David says Braxton Beatty tomorrow. Braxton Beatty on Go Deep Dive. Fire. 8 o'clock, right, Dave? Should be 8 o'clock. That's their normal time slot. So please make sure that y'all are tapping in. That's going to be a fire interview. I can't wait to see that. I'm definitely going to be in for that. 10-win season. Yes. I'm ready to say it. Saints winning the division. We getting 10 wins. The vibes around, I can't shake it. The vibe around this team is so high. I can't when I get a feeling about the Saints, I'm typically right. Last year I knew we were going to suck. Year before, I was like, it's possible we could win 10. We can't, but I don't feel it. Like this year, oh brother, I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling 10. Shuck looks real. The wide receiver, we have weapons. The running back room with Alvin Kamara and Travis Etienne. The offensive line is going to be better. The defense is going to be good. Oh man, I can't. Oh man, I can't. Yeah, 500 subs, y'all. Thank y'all so much. Texas has two foods. Texas only has two foods: barbecue and Mexican. As someone who moved to Texas, I don't trust any Cajun restaurants here in Texas. I only cook my own food if I'm craving gumbo, etc. Yeah, that's Texas. Ugh. W for the 500, baby. Let's go. And also, 8 o'clock for Go Deep Dive. Thank you, Alex. Yes, the vibes are high for 10 wins. Everyone stay tuned at In the Valley Shook for some dope content. Yes. So David and I are going to be working on I'll give y'all a little hint, a combined joint piece. We're going to do this series for the rest of the summer. We're going to look at the players at LSU who played football and baseball. And we're going to work on this series, and we'll drop maybe one a week. We're going to try to do one a week until we get to football season, if we can do one a week. But stay tapped in for that, because that's going to be a very fun and insightful article crossing over the two sports and breaking it down from that perspective, man. That way y'all can see the impact that these players have on both fields. And what inspired me to come up with this idea was thinking about Ahmad Hudson and him playing Chris Jackson, yes. Was thinking about Ahmad Hudson playing two sports, playing basketball and football, and then Trey Green doing it too. I want to show y'all this too. Ahmad Hudson shared one of the coldest pictures from his photo shoot at LSU. Let me find it first. This was probably the best picture I've seen. Whoever is doing LSU's photos, Give them their flowers now. I can't find it. I gotta find this for y'all. This this photo of Ahmad Hudson. Oh man, it's so cold. This is like a screen. It's like worthy of being a screensaver. That's how fire it is. It's got to be somewhere on the internet. You mean to tell me it's not here? Somebody got this picture somewhere. Let me see. Let me see. I'm sorry. Bad podcasting. I'm sorry. Nope. I don't have it. I don't have it. But it's absolutely elite, man. I'm gonna try to find this picture and at least share it with y'all the next time we're live. But it's it's probably the best photo I've seen coming out of this recruitment series. Like these photos that they've done from their media day have been absolutely fantastic, man. And there's a photo of Ahmad Hudson standing in the mirror in his LSU uniform, and it's Trey Green in street clothes looking back at him as a reflection. Brother, that is electric to see. Absolutely electric. I loved it. I gotta find it. I gotta find it. Yeah, Chris Jackson. Piercy says Papa Do's the only decent Cajun Creole restaurant I've been to in Texas, and you're gonna need an NIL deal to eat there. That's true. Jeremy Witten, Jarrett Mitchell, Chad Jones, Clay Parker back in the day. Yes. So look, me and Dave are gonna have fun. Oh, Piercy sent it to me. Thank you, P. Lee. My guy. My guy. Yes, that's it right here. See, I knew it. My guy, P. Lee, coming through in the clutch. Let me show. This is, bro. It's so cold. This photo is so fire. Look at this. Somebody come look at this. Who came up with this concept? Who came up with this concept? That's so fire. That is so fire for them to do. And I love the fact that he is leaning all the way into it. I love that he's leaning all the way into it. That it's not a secret. You are him. He is you. Come be the next one of him. Like, come watch what we're doing with him and come be that. And you can be a 6'8", 250-pound football player. There's like one of them a year in the draft. Or you can go play basketball and be 6'8" on the court. There's like 4 of them on the floor at a time. David said it right there. You can't find that at Nebraska. That's absolutely true. Steve Young said Hudson shared that both the LSU football and basketball conditioning staffs came up with a plan for him to play basketball and football at basically the same weight. That's huge. That if they can do that, that would be huge. That would be huge because that's the scary thing about it. Because you have to cut so much weight to get in basketball shape and then add all that weight back on to play football. And then there's really no time for him to really make a comfortable transition for basketball because football season ends in December and basketball season is just getting rolling. So my guy, John Black says, where do I watch on YouTube? Let me drop that into the chat for you, my guy. I'm gonna send you the link because the YouTube is popping. We need all the support that we can get over here. So you go to timeouts and tangents. Just search it up on YouTube and make sure that you come join in on the fun. I don't know why I'm saying it's not live. Let's see. Where did you see this? Hmm, I don't know. I don't know. But John, I'm gonna send you a DM of the link so that way you can come join over here and hit the button, brother. So that way you don't miss out. But yeah, like they cooked with that. And if they're able to do that, if they're able to pull that off, then guess what? That will be monumental. That will be absolutely monumental. Don't know how. I don't know how, but that's how you keep him home. That's how you keep him home. Plain and simple. That's how you keep him home. John says, "Okay, sounds good, brother. I'm also always looking for a new LSU content." Well, look, we stream every night, 8:15 p.m. Do you think Ahmad Hudson will also play basketball his first year at LSU? Absolutely. That's the main reason. That's the main difference in his recruitment. He's basketball to me seems like it's his first love. Like he's even come out and said that he's not afraid to stop playing football if he can get drafted after his freshman season. He would walk away from football to get drafted. That's how much he loves basketball. But I mean, I think his money is in football. Like 6'8", 240. That don't play in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't make that in the NFL. 6'8", 240. There's three guys on the same bench that makes that height in the NBA. Unk says, I know no one seems to want him to do both, but will that help lock him down? Yes, that's kind of how they got him locked down. Steven said it in early in the chat that they came up with the plan for him to be able to play at both the same weight for both sports. Well, look, fantastic show, great engagement from all y'all. Thank y'all so much for being in the chat. Almost 1,000 viewers combined through all platforms tonight. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for all the support, all the love. Thank y'all for all the help. This is only the beginning. Major announcements coming later on this week. I cannot thank you guys enough for all that y'all do. And definitely, like the content will be contenting. Stephen Young says, and they're playing wing. Found you, brother. Gave you a follow as John. Thank you, John. I definitely appreciate it. My guy, thank you so much. Congrats on 3K on X. Yeah, man. I saw it the other day. I didn't believe it. That's why I didn't talk about it. Like I don't. I think it's. I think there may be a fluke somewhere. I didn't. I'm not. I'm not buying that hype. I don't want to. I don't want to believe it. That's unbelievable, man. That's why I'm stuttering just to find the words right now, bro. Like really, like it's amazing the growth that's taking place right now. But that's all from y'all. Like I'm truly humbled by the things that's taking place around me right now. Like I've set out from the beginning to make this a full-time career. We're not there yet, but damn it, we are knocking down some doors. And like I said from the beginning, I'm gonna break through the ceiling and I want to bring everybody with me. Plain and simple. There's enough room at the table for everybody to eat. And I'm not coming for just no crumbs. Plain and simple. I'm gonna be the best that there is in this business. And that's not even close. I'm coming. I'll just wait. Just watch. So, once again, thank y'all for everything. The support has been amazing, and we're not stopping. We're going to keep making good content. Shout out to my guys over at the Know for all of the support that they give to all of us. Our silent partners, our producers, for helping us get this content out on a consistent basis. These guys are nothing but amazing. Thank y'all for all the hard work that y'all do. Shout out to my girl Alex in SEC 316. Make sure y'all go support her. Make sure y'all go support her in the mission that she's doing, serving everyone through Christ. Because even Texas A&M, Arkansas, Missouri, they all need some love too. Those proceeds will go back to serving the mission on those campuses. What's up, John? What's your question, man? Before we get all out of here. Uh, thank you, Stephen. Definitely trying to be consistent and have great information. Definitely more. They need God more than anyone. They definitely do, especially Texas A&M. Especially Texas A&M. Hey, my buddy Nick, my other best friend. Thank you for being here live, even though you got here late. You got here late. Awesome. Let me pin that real quick. Did you? I think you sent it in a DM. Yeah, I'm a, let me. I gotta scroll back through our text, Alex. Send me the link again. So I can add it to the shows going forward. And I'll build it in there. Yes, even the goobs are represented. Yes, the goobs are represented. I don't know if you spoke about it, but do you think Easton threw a massive hint with the 50-year decision? 50-year decision and his commitment to Texas was firm for now. The hint was when he said there's still discussions that we need to have. And um, I'll tell you right now that if you go to TigerBait, go to TigerBait.com. My guy CJ, Grant Sasheray, Preston Guy, Mike Scarborough, they laid down some amazing information for what's going on behind the scenes for that recruitment. There's been some major shakeups with the order of teams that are going on. So, John, you read it. Look, I'm telling you right now, that's just the tip of the iceberg for what's taking place. I'll just leave it at that. I'll leave it at that for sure. Nick says better late than never. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I'll take it. I'll take it. Alex, hope you heal up real soon. Alex, you what? Alex, heal up. What? Alex says she need to heal up. I hope I didn't miss anything. No one as sweet as you deserves pain like that. Wait, what pain? What pain, David? What pain are you talking about? Fonz just got back. Well, I'm sorry, man. The great thing about you coming back right now, Fonz, is that we have a rewind feature that you can go back and catch up on. Some great things. Halfway to 1K. Thank you so much, LOL, Alex. I totally forgot I needed to prep for surgery and needed to eat something because I won't be able to eat no more. Fonz, Fonz, man, don't stress me out. What time is your surgery for? You said for noonish. Definitely gonna be praying for you, man. You know, I'm gonna reach out to you tomorrow afterward once I find out, like just to make sure that you're good. So everybody keep Fonz in your prayers tonight. Keep him and the little man in his prayers so he's all good for tomorrow. Praying for a safe, speedy recovery. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna pray for you right now, live, right now on camera. Most gracious Heavenly Father, I come before you, dear God, just say thank you. We thank you for everything that you've done for us throughout the course of this day and this evening, dear God. I ask right now, Father, that you continue to bless and keep everybody that's attached to the stream right now, Father, and that's involved in this chat. I thank you, Father, for bringing them here for the fellowship surrounding not just LSU, but for our community, our state, and all the support that we want to show and express for love for everybody that's involved. God, I ask right now that you touch my guy, Fonz, as he's preparing for surgery this morning. Rest his mind, Father. Give him peace, dear God. And I ask right now that you touch the doctors and the surgeons and make sure that you got their hands and that you get him back home safely to his young son. I ask right now that you keep his family and everyone protected, shower them with love, take away their concerns, and make sure that you have peace of mind, knowing and trusting that you are the ultimate surgeon, the doctor, and guiding hand and guiding spirit of everything around us, Father. We thank you for all the things you've done and all that you will do. We know that trusting and relying on you is a one faith that we need to have more than anything else. So for that, we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. So my guy Fonz, my guy, we got you, bro. Like, definitely gonna be praying for you again tomorrow around that time, and I'm definitely gonna tap in with you as well. So, and please, man, eat, like, eat for sure. Eat, eat. My God, timeouts and tangents. Did you see the D-line commit from Old Piss that committed? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait. He committed to Colorado, then decommitted from Colorado and recommitted to Ole Miss? He did all that? I saw him I saw him flip to Colorado. I didn't see him flip back. I don't have time for them and their janky recruits. I don't have time for that at all. I do not have time. Like, that's some Mississippi stuff right there. That's a 4-star D lineman doing all that. Alex says she fell at work last week, ankles wrapped up. Definitely gonna be praying for that too, man. Like, oh, y'all getting hurt? No. I see, David. I didn't see the recommitment part. I didn't see that either, bro. Recruiting is drunk, bro. It's drunk. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for it. All in the same day. That is nuts, man. That's absolutely nuts. Just different. Yes. Would you want that in your locker room? Yes, he flipped to Colorado and flipped back to no. No. But I guess these kids are looking at it too, like from a business standpoint, I guess. I wouldn't know, like I wouldn't know how to process that at all. I wouldn't know. That is so wild. I wouldn't take his commitment. Fonz just sent it to me in the chat. Fonz just sent it to me in my DMs. That is insane. Wait, this just happened. He just flipped back an hour ago. Oh man, recruiting, bro. 2026, man. Recruiting in 2026, man. What can you say? What can you say? I've never seen a double flip. Yes, bro, I've never seen a double flip. So what that tells me is Colorado offered a bigger bag than Ole Miss match. Yes, that's exactly what happened. That's it. Beggars, Pete Golden can't be choosers, I guess. Yes. Like, you talk about begging, like, hey, hold on. They offered you how much? No, if it's money, don't worry about that. Don't worry about the money. We'll get you the money. We'll get that. Imagine being in a bidding war between Colorado. Sink that in. Let that sink in for a second. Imagine being in a bidding war with Colorado. No shade to Colorado. My nephew's there. Shout out Mo. Love you. Doing your thing. But there are levels to this. You're supposed to be the big dog of the SEC, as they like to call it, right? Big dog of the SEC. And you in bidding wars with Colorado? A 9-hour difference, right? Carla Cat says, why go to Oxford? I don't know. That school in Oxford, man, that place, bro. It's my guy, Blyberg 101. See you. Thank you for being in the chat. Ask, is Simeon going to Notre Dame? I think A&M is in the lead there. I think A&M is going to lead there, and the reason why I think A&M is going to be the one to get the recruitment is because it's going to be closer to home. And then give him the money that he's looking for, closer to home. He doesn't really want to leave home, but he also wants to get his bag too. Understandable. So I think A&M is going to be the team for Trevor Simeon. Fawn says, also, I know you're shutting down, but did you talk about the NFL saying, no, I did not talk about Sorsby. Did not talk about him getting slapped. I'm going to save that. I'm going to save the details of that for Friday. But man, that was a beautiful thing to do. I was going to do a stream early Friday, but I got to go. I have to go get an MRI done on my back Friday morning for 10 o'clock. So I might pop off early Friday morning and double back Friday night, and just so we could talk about the Sorsby situation, because I want to see this play out for a couple more days because he's suing the NFL. Imagine suing the NFL because they don't want you, because they don't need you. Like, grow up, grow up. Coach Prime, baby. Yeah, Coach Prime. Ole Miss outbids Colorado because they aren't outbidding LSU, Texas A&M. Exactly. A bidding a bidding war with Colorado. Did Ole Miss outbid Auburn for anything? Huh. John says I've been clowning Ole Miss fans all day. Yeah, it's crazy. Going to be playing in that high school stadium. They're mad that they're not ranked in the top 10 as loudest places to play on the game. Like that is absolutely wild that they would think that. Like your stadium holds a third of what LSU holds. Like shut up. Shut up. Shut up. They looked at that film and all his bag and said, "Oh, we good." Yeah, exactly. Prayers for your back. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I need it. My back is messed up. Jerry says, hell yeah. You can't find that nowhere in Nebraska. He's talking about the pick. Talking about the pick from Ahmad Hudson. Even got dad watching the show. He loves to tell you that. I said, thank you so much. He's absolutely an amazing guy. I can't wait to meet him. John says, man, I need to tune in. Could Sorsby walk on technically? No. Once you forego, he's turned his back on the NCAA. He applied for the NFL. That application to the NFL, shut that down. Over with. Over with. He can't go back to Texas Tech if he already dropped the bag on the under last week. That part. He's still betting on himself. And I said this earlier. David knows what I'm referring to when I say this because in our writers group, we're talking about this lawsuit. And someone brought up the fact that he needs to stop having people around him trying to make him play football. And so you got to think about it. The people that surrounding him have been leeching off of him for the last 2 years. They need that money. They saw a $5 million bag just get blown up in their face. And that bag was supposed to be a setup for a bigger bag and more consistent bag in the NFL. I see you, Nick. I'm getting to that. But now, because he can't get to the NFL, they're losing out on their money. So now they're scrambling, right? They're not getting the NIL. They might get the NIL money. I don't know the details on that. They might get it. Cody Campbell should pay. He said that he was going to pay him. He said he was going to pay him, even if he wasn't ineligible. Yeah, let's see. But there's nothing for next year, and they need that money to come in consistent. So the only way for them to get that money is for him to play. Why you think that attorney fees are not cheap? And he's filed a lot of lawsuits. That's going to cost. They got to get that. They got to get that money back. They got to get that money back. This is the Feel Good Show to end your day on a great note. Absolutely. 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 64K, 36K. I don't care how many people are in Vaught Hemingway. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. Can't wait to see everyone and meet some of y'all for the first time at the LSU tailgates this fall. Absolutely. I'm not missing you again, Alex. Yeah, you shouldn't, David. You miss too many people. Got this gnat flying around my house now. Dude, Lane has said multiple times how hard it was to be on the visiting sidelines. Yes, because that's Tiger Stadium. Now he gets to play with that. That's amazing. You got a point, David. He bet on the under. He shouldn't have done that. Same here, Alex. Looking forward to those tailgates. Shout out to my boy for bringing back shoes and my nightmares. Trifling. So the guy here that y'all see holding the Gator is a Gator fan. Florida ain't been right since Marco Wilson threw the shoe in the fog on his birthday. You love to see it. You love to see it. I love that replay every time. Threw away Florida's entire future. Could have been in the playoff. Could have still been relevant. Ain't been anything since. Sucks to suck. As Fawn says, Marco Wilson was ahead of his time. He bet on himself. That's why he threw that shoe. He bet the referee couldn't see it, but he did, and LSU won. It's going to be funny the first bad interception he throws. I mean, whenever he plays again, he's got to play again. What they got is a ton of attorney fees. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. At Fon says every game for him moving forward, no matter what level, will be questioned. Yeah, definitely. Boo, Florida. I hate him. Living in Florida adds to it. Oh God, that's terrible. Boy ruined the whole program in 5 seconds. Yes, yes. Look, I will say, Nick is not one of those Florida fans. He's actually intelligent. He's realistic. He said it from the jump that Lane was once LSU entered, he gave up on Lane Kiffin. He moved on from it. He definitely, I will put that out there. He moved on. Once LSU fired Brian Kelly, he immediately said, "Congratulations, you're about to get Lane Kiffin." He told me. Is Florida still getting Lane? Nope. I hate him so much. I don't let anything blue and orange colored, anything in my house. Looking over at my shoe rack, I don't have anything blue and orange either. I got blue. My son plays in blue and gold. So I got to rep blue and gold. So yeah. It sucks to be a Florida Gator. I said it sucks to be a Florida. TigerBait. TigerBait. So I'm gonna let y'all in on the secret. Nick was in Tiger Stadium when Kyle Trash threw that pick to Derek Stingley Jr. And I was standing up there screaming, "Stop picking on 24. He will make you pay." And he made them pay in the worst way possible. Absolutely insane. MOU, right? Say that, Fonz. Love it, Fonz. And Nick says, "Damn, y'all ain't have to do all that." But we did, Nick. We absolutely did. We had to do all that. My guy, CJ is in the chat. Hope Royal didn't sign an MOU when he visited games. Really? Oh, CJ, remember what I told you? It's always Florida fans. It's always Florida fans. It's always Florida fans, man. Always Florida fans. Always. Always Florida fans, man. Shout out to CJ. Thank you for tuning in, man. Once again, great write up for you guys over on TigerBait.com. Please, man, go support the guys over there. Like I said, I'm not giving y'all no tea because they deserve to get paid. They're doing the work. It's a great, great thing. John says it right here. Good stuff on the Easton article. It's a fantastic article, fantastic insight. They're doing big things over there, man. Like y'all got to support them. David says Nick sounds like a real one. He is, man. He definitely is. Nick is definitely a real one. I'm gonna tell you right now. Nick is plotting his way back home. Nick is from Louisiana, born and raised in Baton Rouge. How he ended up a Gator fan, I don't know. He's his mom's disappointment. Mom is disappointed in him for that. I will tell you. I will tell you that his mom is disappointed in that. God bless Miss Jenny. That's my baby. That's my girl. She's disappointed in him for that. We all are. But he is slowly becoming an LSU fan right now. I'm watching him transition to the good guys, and it's pleasing to see. Pleasing to see. Pleasing to see. Fawn says, I pissed my mother in law off because she bought my son some PJs when he was 4 that were blue and orange. And I told her she needed to return it or I'm burning it. Why did I just picture the fans doing that walking out of Death Valley? That's exactly where that came from. 2019, coming out of Death Valley. I was there that night. It's a beautiful scene. A beautiful scene. That clip of LSU fans saying it sucks to be a Florida Gators is so classic. And Fawn said, if it burned multiple things my wife's family has sent me as jokes. Gonna get a wild Summerall has us in the mix for these top 5 players. That's just as good as getting them to commit from Florida fans in December. Yes. 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 Nick says in the chat, Kevin Falk, best to ever do it, boys. Ever. See what I'm saying? Slowly becoming a Tiger fan. Cannot stand living near Gainesville again. It's horrible for me to see that for you, CJ. I'm sorry that you got to be there. Nobody wants to be in a fake swamp. Who wants to deal with that? Who wants to deal with that? Who wants to deal with that? Unk says Sorsby is finally facing consequences for his actions. Yes, I think that's probably the best thing to come from out of all of that. I really do. David says I'm crashing, guys. Love all of you. Man, yeah, man. Get you some sleep, bro. Yeah, I know you got a long day of work tomorrow. Truth, K Falk ran that ball and threw them hands with the best of them. With the best of them. Kev Falk is the reason I went to LSU from Massachusetts, and he was my favorite Patriots player. So I fell in love with LSU. Look, Kevin Falk and Herb Tyler were the reasons why I was an LSU fan, especially at such a young age. 3 and 14, man, was such a beautiful combination to grow up watching. Herb Tyler doesn't get enough credit. Black starting quarterback in the SEC in the late 90s, mid to late 90s. Oh, man, give me that, please. Kevin Falk, being the prospect that he was, coming to LSU and LSU was struggling to hold it down for the state. That's who needs to be talking to Easton Royal. And LSU is not even struggling. Get Kev on the phone with Easton. How about we do that? Somebody do that. Get the original 3 on the phone. Get the original 3 on the phone. I want that. Because that's how you push it. CJ says David's not going to bed. He'll be in the group chat in 20 minutes talking about losing the World Cup bet. John says my best memory I have of Falk was when we upset #1 Florida. That's it. Yes. Look, the runs he had against Alabama, Florida. Kevin Falk was a dude, bro. Like, he was a dude. He was a dude, man. He was an absolute dude. And look, shout out to everybody in the chat tonight. We've been going for almost 2 hours. I absolutely love it, but we got to wrap things up. David's crashing out. I got some stuff. It's 10 o'clock. I still got to get ready for work tomorrow. And practice later on tomorrow afternoon, and then 7-on-7 stuff. Shout out to over 1,000 combined viewers through all platforms tonight. Major vibes right now. All the Louisiana Dogs were going to Miami in those days till Kevin Falk broke the mold. Exactly right. Like, he shut that down, man, and that turned the tide for everything. You know why they were going to Miami? Ed Ogeron. Ed Ogeron was one of the main recruiters at Miami during those days. Guess who's back home? Okay, boys and girls, y'all have a good night. Go and stuff my face and try to go to bed if my brain will let me. Thanks again for the prayers. Absolutely, definitely going to be keeping y'all in my prayers. John, thank you so much, man. Good show, brother. We'll definitely be tuning in the future. Absolutely. Look, we'll be back, like I said, Friday for sure. Oh, I'm sorry, Thursday for 8:15 for sure, and then again on Friday. Thank y'all so much for everything. Thank stream. This was an amazing stream tonight. Thank y'all so much. I absolutely love everything that y'all did tonight. And once again, if you want, the world is crazy. You want to be a difference. You want to be the difference. Be the difference. You want to see a difference? Make a difference. Being kind. Just be kind. It's free. Cost you nothing. Hold the door open for somebody. Say hello. Say good morning. Say good evening. Smile. It's free, man. It's free. And that smile can literally change somebody's life. You don't have to break down and pray. Just say, hey, how you doing? That's it. You improve somebody's day. Best way to show an invisible God, make an invisible God visible is through the acts of kindness that we can show to one another. God's love is free, and the best way to show it is through our kindness to one another. Thank y'all so much for being here tonight. I love each and every one of y'all. Looking forward to tomorrow night's show with my guys, David and Zach, on Go Deep Dive, featuring Baxton Beatty. Y'all tune in. I know I will. See y'all back again on Thursday. Love y'all. Y'all have a good